Right, just wanted to talk about this hotel in Oxford. I think it's probably one of the cheapest hotels in Oxford, but there's a good reason for it. And I'm going to show you around the room. I'm not actually in the room at the minute. I'm recording this in another room, but I forgot to do this the other day. So this room in Oxford, it's actually in a place called Bicester. Some of you might know it, Bicester Village, big shopping area, place just north of Oxford, but massively cheaper than what you're going to get in Oxford. The room itself it's pay attention to the reviews is what I will say, because they're not far off. But it's not a great place. I think it's one of the dirtiest hotels that I've stayed in, to be fair. And I know people will always say you get what you pay for. I paid £55 for this hotel. Yeah, so I'm not saying £55 will get you a lot of nice hotels in certain places, but this place, it's not even 55 quid. But I suppose they've got to the credit, they do give a free breakfast, continental breakfast in the morning. Again, I'd read the reviews about them. I wasn't so sure about trying it, and in the morning I went out and I didn't fancy it. Big old car park at the back. It's a bit of a sort of tatty car park. It's all sort of mud and potholes and that kind of thing, but it's big enough to get plenty of vehicles in. But horses for courses. But this is what I think of it. Welcome back. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. Obviously I stay in hotels quite a lot. There's been a couple of times I could have done a video of a hotel, but I haven't. I'm not really a hotel review kind of channel. So I've booked a hotel. I'm staying in Bicester, which is down near Oxford. I'm working in the morning locally. I booked the hotel. It's quite a bit cheaper than some of the other places, but even then it's still 55 quid for a night. But I then read the reviews. The rooms look lovely, but there seems to be some pretty horrific reviews, so I'm going to be doing a bit of a video of what it's like inside here. I'm wondering if it can actually be that bad. When I did look on Google to find the hotel and get directions to it, it came up as a Best Western. I've not actually seen any Best Western signage here, and looking at the map again now, it doesn't say Best Western, but it definitely said Best Western before, and I thought, well, they're not too bad, are they? So whether it used to be a Best Western at some point and it now no longer is, I don't know. But I've read some horror stories, so I'm going to see if it's any good. So join me in a few minutes. Ciao for now. Yeah, I know, you can see that already. But it looks like a selection of old cottages. There's like an old cottage. There's 2 rooms downstairs, 2 rooms upstairs. They all appear to be en suite, but I've noticed something when I came in the room. Now, oh, actually, old school. Door locks all right. They've mentioned about some of the locks on the reviews, saying that they don't feel very secure. So you come in, it's very much got a cottagey feel. There's an old beam running across the inside of the room, which for me is not particularly hazardous, but more so than some people. Yeah, the carpet's a little bit on the dirty side, to be fair. That's been mentioned on the reviews. Full length mirror for the ladies, they love that sort of thing. The extractor fan in the toilet doesn't work. A few sort of dirty marks around the place. The bathroom, cheap laminate flooring. Old school, lots of tiles kind of broken away. You know what, get a tiler to do it, or if you're going to have an attempt yourself, at least put enough silicone in. Yeah, standard size bath. reasonable shower unit. I've heard it suffers from hot water problems as well in the evening. Old buildings, old pipes, I'm guessing. It's a bit mucky, to be fair. You know, the grating's all dirty and filthy, and plug holes, old taps. I've stayed in cleaner places. The other thing is as well, shower gel bottles. The rule is you kind of top up the shower gel, isn't it? In between guests coming in. So if a shower gel bottle there, you got your hand cream there, just pour it in, just unscrew it and fill it up, and it just looks better. Sink looks alright. Radiator. The heating's on. Again, there's been lots of reviews that the rooms are very cold. Whether the heating breaks down regularly or it's set to go off at a certain time, I'm not sure. Old dado style tiling, which was around in the 80s. TV on the wall, which is, it's a T4 Tech. I don't know if that's a genuine T4 Tech or a fake T4 Tech, but that's going to be ancient, judging by the state of it. Might work, we'll test it in a bit. Put a little cupboard over here. Doesn't appear to have any lights inside it. Iron if you need it. Is that a cooler? It's hard to tell. A couple of coat hangers. One of them basket things. Ironing board. A fan. Fair enough. Those things are handy for bags, but it's no good when it's in a cupboard like that. But it's not the biggest of rooms, to be fair. So from here, this is basically the room. And I'm actually stood against the wall here, so it's quite small. Oh God. Yeah. Never noticed that before. That. What is that? It's definitely not come off the bottom of my bag. There's a massive stain there on the carpet. I don't know if it's brick dust or what. Somebody's dropped some compact or something. It's not very good, that, is it? Lots of stains all over the floors. Bed itself looks relatively clean. It's not a massive bed. Again, I read one of the reviews saying that the springs are pretty bad, but it feels quite comfortable. Little bedside table. Why do people always put phones in here? Has anybody ever used a phone when they've been in a hotel room? I don't think I've ever used a phone, ever, but they still insist on putting them in. Maybe it's... What's that? Oh, that's kind of hanging off a bit. I don't know if it works. There's a bulb in it. Can't find a switch to turn it on. No, there's appears to be a way of turning that on. Handy. It's kind of pointing out. Is that it? No, it's kind of pointing out. It's not really any good for... Oh. God. There you go. That looks like pretty dangerous. That's ready to fall off. Murder hatch. I was going to have a murder hatch, especially with full of dirty fingerprints on it. Smoke detectors over there. And then a big massive cupboard, which kind of takes up a lot of space. Curtains appear intact. A wicker basket type chair. This looks pretty uncomfortable and tatty and old and dirty. But yeah, there's that. So you've got a kettle there. I mean, it's taking up so much space in the room. Let's put a chest of drawers there or something. Usual stuff. Fruit shortcake biscuits, rubbish, don't like them. Not really much more to say about it. It is dark at the minute. I just noticed something else in here, in the bathroom. Ceiling itself, I know it looks like it could do with a lick of paint. It looks like it's all been boarded off over there. It's an old cottage, so you can forgive that. The ceiling itself is different colours, some painted, some not, some plasterboard that's been fixed. Obviously, plasterboard above is starting to come away a little bit. It looks like they've even painted over a vent there, filled in over a vent. So that's probably a load of damp up there. Loads of different colours on the ceiling. Pretty shocking, really. That doesn't work. So any steam generated in here is just going to fill the room, I guess. I'm going to have to watch out for the smoke detector going off or something as well. Another thing I noticed in the bath, I showed it like that. You've got to inspect all these places, I think. Look at that. On the handle. I don't know if it's broken away, been burned away. They've tried to silicone it back, whatever they've done. That's pretty shit. Yeah, pretty minging. Really quite a poor standard of repair, to be fair. But you can present this to a customer, it gives a bad impression, so I'm not one for dissing hotels, which is why I don't do hotel videos. And I never want to diss something and kind of somebody see it and then not be allowed to come back. But safe to say I won't be back to this one. So this one's getting posted for sure.